Heyo, I'm Kalani White, and this video is just going to be my first impressions of each of the BTS members. I actually share a kind of embarrassing story in this one, so to make me feel better, if you want to drop any of your embarrassing BTS moments in the comments, feel free. So, how I first got into BTS is way back in the day. I actually used to watch their dance practices pretty often. But then I forgot the name of the group, and because all their songs were in Korean, I couldn't just look up the lyrics. So I kind of fell off and just stopped checking for them because I literally couldn't find them. But then a few years went by, I kind of forgot about them, and then I saw this solo photo of RM on my Instagram Explore page, and I was like, I need to know more about this man right here. I am scrolling through the comment section, but for some odd reason, I cannot find his name. No one is saying his name. They're giving him nicknames, yada, yada, yada. So I take a screenshot. I send it to my best friend. I'm like, who is this guy? And she's like, that's Rap Monster from BTS. And I'm like, Rap Monster. Okay. Thus, immediately making me an RM stan. And I actually have a kind of embarrassing story that I am going to share right here with you guys. So when this was back when I was in school and pre-pandemic, yada yada yada, but I was in class and the girls behind me were talking about how BTS was releasing a new album or having a comeback soon, and all I hear is BTS, and I'm like, whoa, my man's RM is in BTS. Mind you, I don't know any of the other members' names, what they look like, their positions, none of it. So I turn around and I'm like, oh my god, I love RM. I'm going to turn back and go back to being a part of this class lesson when the girl is like, oh, you like RM? Well, Jungkook is my bias. Yeah. And I'm like, who's Jungkook? She got a little upset with me, but that's neither here nor there. Obviously, my first impressions of RM was that he was really handsome. It was the dimples for me. It was the for me. Honestly, he just kept getting better and better as I got to know him. And yeah, this is my man's. End of story. Next up, we have Jin, and my first impression of him was actually that he was kind of cocky just because he introduced himself as worldwide handsome and no other reason. But personally, in the beginning, I thought he was more cute than handsome. So I don't know what I was thinking. Now I understand. Jin isn't cocky, he just gave himself that name to be more confident in himself. Next up, we got Yoongi, aka Suga. I was actually very intimidated by him at first. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's just his eyes are so looking into my soul, and he's the calmer, quieter member. So it really just intimidated me. I didn't know what he was thinking ever. As far as J-Hope goes, in the beginning, I thought his only role was to dance, and that was it. Simply because I never listened to a full BTS song all the way through or knew their names. I literally thought he was just a dancer. So I was like, why the heck is he in the group and not just a backup dancer? It didn't make any sense to me. Park Jimin was a soft baby that needed to be protected. That is it. V. He was actually the second member to catch my eye. With how handsome he is, that love and roller coaster of emotion that I felt for RM, I went through the exact same thing with V. Looking up any and all fan cams and saving, downloading a ton of photos. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I also thought that he was going to be the youngest member for some reason. Not sure why, but I did. Last but not least, we have Jungkook. He was the only member of BTS that I heard about outside of the group. So the entire time I was watching the Ellen interview, I was expecting him to say something funny or just do something impressive during the interview. And he didn't really talk much. I feel like that's mostly because it was one of their first times on American television, as well as it being a short interview. Trying to get 7 people to speak is a little difficult, so I did judge him unfairly on that one, I will say. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.